Okay, so we're going to now see results of that, like even the tariffs. All right, so let's do tariffs. Are you for or against tariffs?
Against the universal tariff. So what's the main metric that he made better off?
What?
What's the main metric that he made better off? GDP, unemployment, inflation? Do you have any idea?
Listen.
I don't think you do.
So Dave Rubin went on Jubilee yesterday, and he did the surrounding thing, the thing that they do like every Sunday where, a person gets in the middle and they're surrounded by 20 different people who think the exact opposite of you, and you debate certain claims. And I think anyone that was intellectually honest watched that video yesterday and said, damn, Dave Rubin got cooked, because like he literally didn't know what to say. It hurt to watch, to be honest with you, to be truthfully honest with you. Dave Rubin looked like he was, yearning for help, and he just didn't know what to say at all. And then he was spitting out lies left and right. Jubilee fact checked him like 500 billion times, and it just was an overall hard watch situation because he was getting destroyed. And this is what happens when you have to defend Donald Trump policies, especially in his second term. I mean, he hasn't done shit for the United States, and he's gotten us in a useless war, and they're trying to make up things to make it justified, and you just can't. He was getting laughed at the entire time, and it was honestly hilarious and just hard to watch. So I'm going to show you a few clips of where he got absolutely destroyed, and I'm just going to show you guys, and you guys can just see for yourselves. But before I show you guys this, if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, it helps my channel tremendously and helps me bring more content for you guys. So let's get into it. First video is going to be this comes from Parker's X account. Obviously a prominent left-wing commentator, and he does debates all the time. So let's see what he has to say here.
What is one main metric that Donald Trump has made better off since he got in office? An example would be GDP, unemployment, inflation, etc.
Right now, first off, the big beautiful bill was just passed last year, and it's kicking in now, right? It's kicking in now. So we're going to now see results of that, like even the tariffs. All right, so let's do tariffs. Are you for or against tariffs?
I'm against the universal tariff. So what's the main metric that he made better off?
Absolute pivot, by the way. He says, oh, the big beautiful bill is going to kick in, sometime soon. And then he says, okay, tariffs. What about tariffs? Like, we're not talking about tariffs. And what exactly in the big beautiful bill is going to make this some economic boom? The one big beautiful bill that cut people off their Medicaid and cut the richest taxes and added more taxes to the lower class, especially through the tariffs that you're mentioning. The tariffs that the Supreme Court ruled unconstitutional. I mean, the one big beautiful bill isn't going to make anything economically boom. It's just more tax cuts for the rich, and that's proven to not help anyone in America, and it's failed at the state level multiple times. So, it's just a nonsensical argument, honestly, and that's why he didn't want to get into anything that says what exactly is going to help in the one big beautiful bill that's going to make anybody economically better off. He just wants to say, oh, it's going to kick in. What exactly is going to kick in, Dave? It just doesn't make any sense. But Parker asks him, what metric is better under Donald Trump? Anything, please give me one thing. And he's just like, everybody's laughing at him. It's hilarious. But let's continue.
What?
What's the main metric that he made better off? GDP, unemployment, inflation? Do you have any idea?
Listen. Listen.
I don't think you do.
Hold on. So you're arguing that things economically were better under Joe Biden
at the end of his administration, absolutely.
Yeah. Can you give me an example of how?
Yeah, GDP growth was better off. Real median wage growth was better off. Inflation was better off at the end of his administration. Unemployment was better off at the end of his administration. We had the worst year of job growth in the past 4 years, just this last year under Trump's administration. The inflation, 3.8% year over year since Trump got in office. We're seeing all of those economic indicators become worse off. Can you tell me anything that he's done to make it better off? You say it's broken for Democrats. It sounds like it's broken right now under Trump.
Have you looked at the stock market?
It's worse off in terms of growth in 2025 as compared to 2024. If you look at Dow Jones and S&P 500.
Okay, so to even think that the stock market is like a huge indicator for economic growth, or a indicator that everybody's thriving because the stock market's up, is just intellectually dishonest, or he's just ignorant, one of the two. But even if it was better under Joe Biden. So let's just not even get into that. Even if you were to hold that as some safe haven as to whether the American people are doing better, it was better under Joe Biden in his last year. So there you have that. I have another video here. This is the last video I have to show you. Again by Parker. So let's see.
So tell me, what political concessions have we got with the war with Iran since Trump started it?
Well, right now, Iran literally exports no oil. Every day they are losing $500 million. So what you can do over time is you have a military adventure, which
fact checked in real time. Again, just like I said in the beginning of the video, everyone knows this. Really, you really think people? I mean, do people actually think that Iran's exporting no oil right now? Iran is not exporting no oil. It says right here in the fact check. And it is not losing $500 million a day. Recent tanker tracking data cited by the Wall Street Journal, Bloomberg, and others show Iran exporting roughly 1.5 to 2 million barrels a day and earning around $100 million to $150 million in oil revenue per day. I know the United States has an embargo on Iran's oil, but that's not to say they're getting in no oil. They're probably exporting less oil than they're usually exporting without the embargo and without the Hormuz closed. But they are definitely still bringing in oil tankers and letting people pass through with fees and just overall they have people coming through the strait. So this is just a lie. This is dumb RNC talking points or wherever the hell he got it from. And, it's just nonsensical again. So he got fact checked in real time.
we had 40 days, which we took out their Air Force and their entire Navy and everything else. And now we completely control their
None of those were
economy.
concerned. What's
And
the political concession since the beginning of the war?
What's the political concession
Yes.
from Iran since
Yes.
the beginning of the war?
Yes, name more.
Well, we're having negotiations with them right now.
And we haven't gotten anything?
We're having negotiations with
nothing.
them right now.
So nothing.
Well, we're in a negotiation
We've been
process.
in a war
you
for
can-
2.5 months now. We got
you-
no political concessions.
for 2.5
After
months? How long do you think wars are
A decade
supposed
ago,
to
we
take?
had a limitation in terms of them enriching uranium to 3.7%. That was going to be in place until 2030. It would still be in place to this
Again,
day.
we
if Donald
started.
Trump didn't fall out of the JCPOA.
We started with this. They admitted they were enriching past that point.
After the JCPOA.
Steve Witkoff said 2 or 3 days before the war started that they admitted they were enriching more. Also,
when
you
Trump
have
pulled
to,
out of the
you
agreement,
also,
and
you
then
also
the
have
original
to,
strike that we made a year ago,
You also have
they haven't been building up
You also
since
have to go on the
according
assumption.
to the DNI.
Why
the
is
Director
it
of
that?
National
Why
Intelligence,
is it that
Tulsi
you?
Gabbard,
Why
put up the
is it that
entire
you
congressional
believe?
committee.
Why would you believe the Iranian theocratic regime? Why would you
I'm not.
believe
That's
that
US
they are
intelligence.
doing right?
That's the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, appointed by Donald Trump. So explain to me why you don't believe her.
Listen, Marco Rubio. Marco.
Why don't you believe her?
Marco. Hold on.
Why don't you believe the entire U.S. intelligence committee? Why do you think they're all lying?
So, are you saying that Donald Trump just ignored the entire U.S.
Yes.
intelligence community?
Yes,
No, he
literally,
didn't.
that's what he did.
No, he didn't.
Yes.
That's it. That's okay. So that's an interesting
What?
disconnect that we have. I mean, Marco
Then why
Rubio.
do they contradict each other?
Marco Rubio very clearly laid out what was going on here.
Okay, Donald Trump, ignores U.S. intelligence all the time. I don't know what Dave Rubin's talking about. It's been reported, and we've seen it in real time, where Donald Trump and Marco Rubio and Tulsi Gabbard have all said different things at different times. And, he's gone with Israel intelligence over United States intelligence multiple times. But, Dave Rubin was just not being honest there. And in terms of the Iran war, it's just disastrous. You cannot be honest with me and say that this war is doing something better than the JCPOA. Donald Trump ripped up the JCPOA for no reason. He wanted to do something better than Obama because he thought he was better than Obama, but he's not. We're in a disastrous war where we got multiple United States military men killed, and now Donald Trump's begging for a deal like the JCPOA back, and maybe even worse. Reports are coming that Donald Trump is willing to give them money for this Hormuz being closed and the Iran war just to get it open back up again and to get oil prices back down. So we'll see, but it's almost a fact that this whole thing is just way worse than what the JCPOA is. They didn't enrich past 3.67%, and that deal was going to go on until 2030, and Donald Trump just completely ripped that up again because he thought he'd get something better, and I guess he thought that he could get their whole enriched uranium, and obviously that is proven to be disastrous thing to even think of. So, again, guys, I'm going to leave it there, but Dave Rubin got absolutely destroyed there. Really embarrassing watch, to be honest with you. He got cooked on way more points than just that. But Jubilee, I don't want to play too many Jubilee clips and they'll flag my video. So, but I'm gonna end it there, guys. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps my channel tremendously. Again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.